In the mountain bike world where I'm coming from, this shock is absolutely nothing. And I'm gonna show you why. So this is RockShox.com. They're a high-end mountain bike suspension manufacturer. And these are just some of the higher end shocks that they offer. So you have the spring which resists compression, but you also have some hydraulic control over the compression. And there's a complex valving system inside of here that controls oil flow to determine compression as well as rebound, which is the red knob here. But this is where it gets even deeper. The basic red knob on the shock I showed you earlier only controls general rebound. This shock, if you get another angle here, you'll see a different rebound knob. There's two rebound knobs because one controls high speed rebound and the other one controls general rebound. Here's another high-end RockShox shock. This says LSC, that stands for low speed compression. And if you look right there, that's a dial for high speed compression, which means that you can control the compression rate of this shock based on if it's compressing slowly, or you can have the oil kick in when the shock is compressing very suddenly. That way it'll only stiffen up a little bit when this shock goes through very sudden compression. My point is that these shocks are so much more expensive because they are many times more capable. And this is important in the mountain bike world because you're doing stuff like this. All right, let's not kid ourselves. The suspension demands of a mountain bike are many times more intense than scooters. Most of you guys are just riding scooters on the road. Some of us are riding it off-road, but the demands of a mountain bike are many times more, many times more. Of course they are, and you can push things a lot further because the wheels are much bigger. Here's a KKE shock. It's literally just a spring with a dampener for rebound. I mean, you can kind of tell how much more expensive this one's gonna be just by looking at it. And for anyone wondering, I don't think high-end suspension would really benefit scooters that much until scooters really level up as far as their linkage and frame design goes to complement high-end suspension. Bikes like these have multiple moving parts that change the suspension and leverage ratios in ways that are far beyond what scooters are seen with these days. But the Mars G-Space actually gets a little bit close with how advanced it is. That's the front end fork telelever type design. And the rear suspension design actually does use a linkage system, which is part of why an air shock can be used on it.